What's going on, everybody? Alex here from the Football Guys, here to talk the top 5 picks for 2022 redraft. As of right now, this is in 4 PPR formats, and we are only giving the top 5 for now. And my number 1 pick for the PPR leagues next year is Jonathan Taylor. I mean, at this point, through 17 weeks, he has 45 more points than the running back 2 in Austin Ekeler. He's only missed 1 game in his career so far, and he's as consistent as it gets every game. He doesn't catch a ton of passes, but he's young and a good offense with a top-tier offensive line with no injury concerns. He's the 1.01 for me. And one other note with him is the fact that he doesn't catch a lot of passes is a great thing that he's the running back 1 overall, because that means there's only room for improvement in the pass-catching department. His snaps have gone up even more throughout the year. I know he played his first game over 90% of the snaps in his career just a couple weeks ago in week 14 against New England. So things are looking up for Jonathan Taylor, and I think that big things are to come, and he's the easy 1.01 next year. The 1.02 is a little bit tougher, but my pick for the 1.02 is Austin Ekeler. He's only missed 9 games across his first 5 seasons, which is less than 2 games per year. He's the clear running back 2 this year, playing in an ascending offense as the clear running back 1. He also doesn't need to play the full complement of snaps to get his work, unlike some of the other top guys that need to play, 70 or 80+% of the snaps to be among the top running backs. Austin Ekeler is a PPR machine, and he cleared all the touchdown concerns as a smaller guy this year with 18 touchdowns. Ekeler, the 1.02 for me. The number 3 pick for me is really tough. This is one that, might be a little bit more out there, but it's Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, the injuries are concerning, and this may be higher than other people are willing to take him, but he's the best fantasy football player in the world. And if you get a healthy CMC in any draft spot, it's a cheat code. College health is also proven to predict NFL health, and he only missed 1 game at Stanford, and he missed 0 games in his first 3 years in the NFL. He's had no major injuries the last 2 years, but he has yet to play 4+ healthy games in a row in the last 2 seasons. I'm willing to take the risk with him being the best player in the world, but I get if other people don't want to. But if Christian McCaffrey does happen to stay healthy this year, you are getting an absolute steal. My number 4 pick in PPR drafts is Cooper Kupp. Going into week 18, he's just 1.2 PPR points away from passing 1995 Jerry Rice for the greatest single season, highest scoring fantasy performance for a wide receiver all time. That's ridiculous, and there's no reason to bet against him with this only being his first year with Matthew Stafford, and he could get even better next year potentially. And after those top 3 running backs are gone, I think he has to be the first wide receiver off the board. Besides those 3 guys listed above him, I don't think there's anyone with as much upside as Cooper Kupp, as he has proved this year, wiping out any other wide receiver or fantasy player really in his path. And my 5th pick, the last one, was definitely the toughest one. It gets tougher, as you go into the top 10, obviously, but my pick for the 1.05 is Derrick Henry. This is definitely the toughest choice, but it has to be Derrick Henry. His foot injury just had is concerning, but he's missed just 1 game in his first 5 professional seasons. It was 40 points ahead of the running back 2 before he got hurt in week 8. For reference, Jonathan Taylor is 45 ahead of Austin Ekeler at the end of the season. That's how dominant Derrick Henry was in just half a season. And also, in Derrick Henry's first 5 years, he improved his rush attempts, rush yards, rushing touchdowns, and targets every single season of his career. 5 straight years that he improved in all of those. And this year, he was on pace for a career high in receptions. He had 18 receptions in 8 games, even though 19 was his career high in receptions. If they don't add a pass catching back this offseason, maybe Derrick Henry continues to catch more passes. But Derrick Henry, regardless of the injury and the fact that he hadn't really missed games before this at this point, says to me that he's the 1.05. And again, Derrick Henry always has big potential. But that is it for the top 5 2022 redraft rankings so far. But as always, please subscribe to the Football Guys if you enjoy great content, and there will be new videos coming out each and every day.